It began as a joke, or at least that's what Mia claimed. That evening, over a glass of wine, she smirked at me and said, "Even your best friend tasted me last week." The words hit me like a hammer to the chest. For a moment, I thought I'd misheard. Surely, she was joking, trying to provoke me, or seeking some twisted laugh at my expense. But the smirk on her face, the glint of mischief in her eyes, and the slight pause she took after speaking told me otherwise. My stomach churned, my heart raced, and a cold knot of realization formed in my gut. This wasn't a joke. I excused myself under the pretense of getting water, but I didn't leave the room. I sat on the couch, heart hammering, replaying her words over and over. Best friend. The implications were unbearable. My mind raced through every interaction, every late-night text, every whispered excuse about work events or girls' nights. Could it be true? Had I missed the signs? My trust, built carefully over years, was cracking with every thought. Rather than confronting her immediately, because that would feed her arrogance, I decided to act strategically. Rage could cloud judgment. I focused on gathering evidence, documenting her lies and missteps. I scoured messages, pieced together subtle admissions, and noted inconsistencies in her stories, creating a mental file of everything I'd need if this escalated. Her joke had opened a door I hadn't wanted to see, but now that it was open, I had to step through it carefully. That night, I called a lawyer. I didn't tell Mia. She didn't need to know I was quietly preparing my next moves. The lawyer became my tool, my shield, a way to reclaim control over a situation that had spiraled into betrayal. I meticulously planned every detail. Finances, property, custody if necessary, ensuring there would be no room for her to manipulate the outcome once the truth came out. Over the next few days, Mia seemed unusually confident, perhaps sensing nothing was amiss. She joked about her fun times, testing my patience, expecting a reaction that never came. Every laugh, every sly comment, I filed away in my mind, silently cataloging evidence and envisioning the moment she would finally realize I had seen, understood, and prepared. Weeks later, the divorce papers were ready. I delivered them calmly, without anger or shouting. Mia's face drained of color as she realized this wasn't a game, that her arrogance carried consequences. She stammered, tried to explain, plead, twist her words into excuses, but I said nothing. The truth, meticulously documented, spoke louder than any argument could. In the days that followed, she tried calling, texting, and messaging endlessly. Each attempt only reminded her of her desperation. I ignored them all, letting silence be my final response. There was power in this quiet, the power of patience, planning, and inevitability. Her jokes, her betrayals, her confidence, all crumbled under the weight of the choices she had made. Ultimately, I realized that her laughter, her smirk, her blatant disrespect had given me something I could never have forced. Clarity. She revealed herself fully, and I acted with precision. Trust had been shattered, yes, but I had regained control, dignity, and the freedom to move forward unburdened by her deceit. By the time everything was finalized, Mia understood the truth. Words spoken in arrogance, even as jokes, carry consequences. My response hadn't been impulsive, explosive, or dramatic. It had been strategic, deliberate, and devastatingly effective. The lesson she learned was absolute. Betrayal leaves a mark, and some jokes end with far more than laughter. In the end, walking away with my ultimate power. Her mockery, her arrogance, had painted a clear picture of who she truly was. And I had quietly orchestrated a response she would never forget. No confrontation, no yelling, no theatrics, just a steady force of justice executed with calm precision.